all up in your guts. French vanilla, butter, pecan, chocolate deluxe. Even caramel sundaes is getting touched and scooped in my ice cream truck. Who tears it up?
Yo, honey dip, summertime, fine jury dripping. Seen you on pickings with a bunch of chickens, how you clicking? I kept shooting strong notes as we got close. She rock rope, honey throat smelling like impulse. Your whole shell, baby's wicked like Nimrod. Caught me like a freshwater straw, or may I not be God? Attitude is very rude, boo. Crabby like seafood, it turns me on like Vine, see you all rude. They call me Starkey Love Hunt, check the strategy by any means. Shirley Temple Cross was done by Billie Jeans. Black Mrs. America, your name is Erica, right? True. Lazy Apple, Smorphy, 6-shoe. Caramel complexion, breath smelling like cinnamon. Excuse me, hun, the don't mean no harm. Turn around again, goddamn, backyard's banging like a Benzie. If I was Jiggy, you'd be spotted like Sport McKenzie. I'm high-powered, put Adina Howard to sleep, you're parting. That bitch been on my mind all week. But back to you, Maybelline Queen, let's make a team. You can have anything in this world except cream. So what you wanna do? What you wanna do? Let's go ahead and walk these dogs and represent Woo.
Watch these rap niggas get all up in your guts. French vanilla, butter, pecan, chocolate deluxe. Even caramel sundaes is getting touched and scooped in my ice cream truck. Who tears it up?
Challenge finest. What up, boo? Peace, your highness, yo, I'm lounging. Big dick style, y'all niggas is the flyers. Moves you're making, true fly chooses, shaking out a rape patient. You're looking good, fly colored Asian. Ghettos, them is your hometown. We could go the whole round. After that, I'm shooting downtown. I'm rocking hats and your wig is all intact. Who's that queen bee chick? Eyes pearly black. Freaks be moving in fly sneaks. 2-finger rings and gold teeth. And ain't afraid the whole heat. So when I step in the square, dear, you better have cream this shit. Weekends, Ben I get, yeah.
Watch these rap niggas get all up in your guts. French vanilla, butter, pecan, chocolate deluxe. Even caramel sundaes is getting touched. Scooped in my ice cream truck. Who tears it up?
Black chocolate girl, one to shake ground like thunder. Politic to your deficit step, give me your number. Your sexy, persuasive tatas and thighs. Catch my eyes like highs, I want your bodily surprise. Double down sometime, ice cream, you got me falling out like a cripple. I love you like I love my dick size. Ooh, baby, I miss you. Your sweet tender touches take pulls off the Duchess. Orgasm in my mind, stay masturbating your clutches. I want you for self like wealth, so play me closely. Bitches paranoia for this thing, who want the most of me? Only a hard dozen wanna be calling me cousin. Thirsty for my catalog, baby, shopping spree of loving. Call me if you wanna get dug like the pockets. I jizz up like a giant, break wounds out of the sockets.
Wu-Tang in the cut, for real niggas what? It's the after party, your bitches wanna fuck. Watch these rap niggas get all up in your guts. French vanilla, butter, pecan, chocolate deluxe. Even caramel sundaes is getting touched. Scooped in the ice cream truck, who tears it up? Ice cold bitches melt down when in my clutch and want they titties sucked. Ice cream, yeah. Your guts, French vanilla, butter, pecan, chocolate deluxe. Even caramel sundaes is getting touched. Scooped in the ice cream truck, who tears it up? Ice cold bitches melt down when in the clutch. They want their titties sucked. Ice cream. One love to my chocolate deluxes. Keep your nails done and your wigs tight. Rolled up. One love to my butter pecan Ricans for calling me Poppy. That's for real. One love to caramel sundae with the cherries on top. Yeah. And big up to my French vanillas. Parlez-vous français, mi amour, merci, oui, oui, bonbons, and all that good stuff. That good stuff.
Started with Saray Kwan this morning. VJ's a Sports for Life Conduct. I'm your host, VJ, right? That's because I always think I am. Sitting in the studio live right now. Spreaker.com, iHeartRadio. Great show for you guys today, man. Got a lot of guests lined up. Big story. I'm going to start my rant off early and go right into it. Big story this morning out of Baylor University. Art Briles, head coach out of Baylor University. They will be firing Art Briles amid all the scandal going on at Baylor University. If you've been living under a rock or you haven't been paying attention, Baylor has been under investigation for a lot of sexual assault cases. There was a player that transferred there to Boise State who actually got into some sexual assault stuff. Story had came out. Art Briles and the coaching staff said they had no idea. Coach Peterson from Boise State said, I warned them and told them that this kid had been into something that had something to do with a possible sexual assault why out here at Boise State's the reason why the kid was dismissed from the Boise State football program. The atmosphere, I want to talk about atmospheres today. I want to talk about atmospheres in sports, atmospheres and how we judge players. And we'll get into the NBA playoffs a little bit too. Game 5 tonight between the Warriors and Oklahoma City. Warriors is win or go home, down 3-1. The Raptors got crushed last night like most people thought they would. There's a story out that says DeMarre Carroll and another teammate was out till 2 a.m. before Game 5. I don't know why you're out at 2 a.m. before Game 5 in a visiting city. I don't agree with it at any time. But once again, that's the environment and that's the atmosphere of sports. And what I want to hinge on with atmosphere is I want to focus on college because I got a list of articles here that I researched and brought up. List of colleges that have all been in scandal, all been in some type of trouble. And I want people to understand that in life, and I'm sure a lot of people understand this, but in life, guys, when you create a certain type of atmosphere, you have to accept what comes along with it. If you're a parent, you create an atmosphere where your kids are pretty spoiled, and your parent and your kids get just about anything they want. They don't have to work for a lot. They're given a lot because for whatever reason, you don't want them to have to struggle like you did when you were a child. You don't want them to have to live like you did when you were a kid. You want to give them a better life. Whatever reason you have, that's fine. I totally understand it and I totally get it. But understand when you do that, you are creating an atmosphere. You're creating an atmosphere of your child to be spoiled. For your child to go off on you when they don't get something that they want. For your child to act in certain ways that would be going against your family values. But you've created this system. You have created this by being a give parent and pretty much giving your kid just about anything that they want. College atmospheres, college sports, it's the same exact thing. If you are going to create a certain atmosphere, then you must understand what is going to come along with that. And if it isn't the sex scandal or kid molestation of Syracuse, Penn State, the basketball players getting escorts provided for them at Louisville, Alabama, DJ Fluker came out and said he took money when he was at Alabama. There's the USC scandal with Reggie Bush. There's the University of Miami scandal with all the players down there over the last 5 to 6 years. And now today you have Baylor. Not to mention SMU. If you go all the way back to SMU, if you want to go all the way back to, to Pony Excess by the 30 for 30 ESPN piece, there's always an atmosphere that is created and a reaction that is going to come from the atmosphere that is created. I don't care if it's kids who are student athletes who think it's a joke to go to class. We saw stories about Ben Simmons stop going to class by the middle of the semester. Doesn't matter because if you're ineligible the following semester, you're going to go play pro basketball anyway. Freshmen, one and dones, a lot of times, guys, surprise, surprise, America, they don't go to class at a certain point in their freshman year, especially once they get towards the tournament. They don't have to go to class. If they're going to leave early, trust me, by the time it is figured out that they're not in class and suspension is handed down and they're ineligible, I'm doing the air bunnies, I'm doing the air quotes here, ineligible, he's not coming back anyway. He's going to the NBA. So why is he going to class? What is the incentive for him to go to class if you have not created the culture to go to class? Now, all schools aren't like this. Stanford, education is more important than football. Notre Dame, education is more important than football. Vanderbilt, Northwestern, education is more important than football or basketball. But you have a lot of schools where football is the driving revenue sport, not just for the athletic department, for the entire university, and a lot of times the entire town. Travel around to a lot of these college stadiums, guys. Other than UCLA and USC, University of Miami, these schools are in rural towns. You ever been to Ann Arbor? You ever been to Columbus? You ever been to Tuscaloosa, Alabama? Have you ever been down to Clemson, South Carolina? Penn State, Happy Valley, Pennsylvania? Up in Syracuse. Syracuse is a major city, but it's right up on the border of Canada, up towards New York. It sits right on, I believe it's Lake Erie. Up there, sits on one of the Great Lakes up there. Fort Drum's a military base that's right nearby Syracuse or in the city of Syracuse. Other than that, guys, it's a small knit town. Everybody hears about what you've done. University of North Carolina sits in Chapel Hill. Duke sits in Durham. There's not a lot of major top-notch athletic universities in Los Angeles, in the city of Chicago, in the city of Houston, in the city of New York, Manhattan, Brooklyn, Yonkers, Bronx, Queens, wherever you want. It doesn't matter. Most of these major college programs sit in these small cities where the schools not only dictate what happens with the sports program or the sports girl program dictates what the schools do, they dictate how the city moves. They dictate the money that comes into that city. Name me another business out of Happy Valley, Pennsylvania. Name me anything that's ever been created within 25 miles of Happy Valley, Pennsylvania. Name something famous that's come out of Tuscaloosa, Alabama, other than Bear Bryant. The atmosphere that's created, guys, in some of these universities and some of these colleges, they're very scary. If the average I always tell people, if the average sports fan knew how grimy and dirty and undermining and backstabbing and thrown under the table or thrown under the bus pro sports was, most of those fans would probably stop watching it if they're a highly driven, moral type character human beings. There's some people that are just highly driven with their morals. They're highly driven, moral type characters. If they found out what pro sports really was, they might stop watching. I said the same thing about Penn State University. It was so hard because we held Joe Paterno so high. It was so hard to understand how Joe Paterno did not know that Sandusky was raping little boys on campus, in showers, in locker rooms, in offices, in dorm rooms. And he was told time and time and time again, this guy's a weirdo. This guy is a freaky Jason ass dude. Like this is a bad individual. But when football drives the revenue of the school, when a sport drives the revenue of a city, you cannot have that type of scandal. You have now created an environment and an atmosphere where things are going to be brushed away and put underneath the carpet. And now when it leaks up to something that high, that a lead assistant coach is molesting children, and nobody hears about this for 25 to 30 years, you can't do anything but blame the football program and the atmosphere that's been created there. And I, for one, get tired of the coaches who did not know. Oh, I didn't know this was going on. Rick Pitino didn't know that his players and recruits were getting provided ass from a local escort service, and the madam who runs the place told him, yes, this has been an agreement. I have been paid in cash by these people. I send my ladies here to entertain and service the young men, the players, and the recruits that are coming in. Rick Pitino claimed he had no idea what's going on. And this is the same man who wrote a book on business organization. He wrote a book on coaching. He wrote a book on having his hands and eyes on everything in his program under his umbrella, but you missed out on the ass. Like you missed out on all the ass that was being delivered and passed around. The same thing at USC. The reason why I tell people all the time, I am not a Pete Carroll fan, I don't cheer for Pete Carroll teams, is because of the simple fact of the way that he left his team. He didn't know anything and then got out of town and left the university and Reggie Bush holding all the evidence. Reggie Bush was discredited. Reggie Bush had his Heisman Trophy taken away. You put that on a kid at the time. But that's the atmosphere that was created there. We have USC players out here at the nightclub drunk on TMZ saying, who pays? The guy asked a funny question. Who pays better, USC or the NFL nowadays? USC. His teammates had to say, yo, go ahead, man. Nah, I'm just playing. No, you're not playing. That's the atmosphere that's created, is that kid felt so comfortable telling TMZ USC pays better than the NFL. Think about that. That's the atmosphere that was created to where he feels arrogant. And it wasn't even like a superstar player. This guy got some tick. He got some burn. He's not in the NFL. He didn't get highly drafted. He wasn't highly recruited. He wasn't ranked the top Pac-12 player, first team, second team. It's trickled down to a backup who thinks that it's okay to tell TMZ with a straight face, man, SC pays well. So when I think about things like that, when I hear and see things like that, that's all atmosphere to me. That's the environment and atmosphere that you created. So fast forward to Art Riles and Baylor today. This is a story that's been going on, and there's so many legs to this story. There's so many ways that you can take this thing. I have a daughter, okay, that's preparing to go to college, all right? And if my daughter goes to college and gets raped or gets sexually assaulted by a college student athlete, a major big-time football player, and it gets brushed under the rug because it's going to hurt the program, I'm going off. I'm going to college. I'm calling my wife and saying, baby, get the bail money. I got some money in a Nike shoebox underneath the bed, pushed all the way to the front. That's behind that little fake pile of dirty clothes. By the way, honey, those clothes are not dirty. They're actually clean. I just put them there because somebody would look and think it's just a pile of dirty clothes. They would just think we just dirty. We don't take care of our laundry. No, there's a shoebox of money. That's the bail money in case anybody mess with my child in college and I got to come down here and whoop some ass. They're going to call the police on me and I'm going to go to jail for the day. You got to come go get the bail bondsman and you guys got to come bail me out. This is touching on the legs of sexual assault and young women who are being sexually assaulted on college campuses and that are not allowed to actually have their story heard and told. I mean, when you really think about sexual assault, isn't it truly one of the few crimes that when you first tell somebody about it, they don't believe you or they question it? Everybody does it. Did Mike Tyson really rape that woman? Did Kobe Bryant really rape that woman? Did Ben Roethlisberger really rape those women? Did Patrick Kane really rape that woman? Or are they just trying to get money? You have to think about that for women. Think about the fact that if a woman comes out and says that she has been sexually assaulted, especially by a pro athlete, that if that pro athlete is in the midst of making somebody hundreds and millions of dollars, or they are a beloved athlete, they are a very liked athlete, then you know that we all look at it sometimes and go, But if I came in and say, man, I just got robbed outside, nobody's going to say, are you sure you got robbed, VJ? Well, did you have on something that asked for it, VJ? And we do that with women when it comes to being sexually assaulted and being raped. We ask, what were they wearing? Where were they at? It doesn't matter. Sexual assault is sexual assault. And if it's happening on college campuses, these girls are 18, 19, 20. They're not even legal enough to have a drink. And they can't get their story heard. You got to think about the women, the silent sexual assaulted women in the world walking America right now who can't tell their story because nobody will believe them or they're going to be questioned or we're going to ask what did they have on. I once heard somebody say, dress an appropriate way or you're asking for it. Now, I don't agree with that 100%. I say dress an appropriate way. You may avoid some type of comments or maybe this unwanted attention. But no woman asks to be, is given a reason to a man to sexually assault her and to violate her the way like that. I love and respect the woman's body so much. I don't even comment on womanly body issues and situations. My mother told me and taught me, and my grandmother told me and taught me, you keep your mouth shut when it comes to a woman's body, and whatever a woman's body may go through or whatever a woman decides to do with her body as far as abortion and things like that. I don't have an opinion. And people say, well, where's your stance on abortion? Don't have one. Don't have one, won't touch it, never have touched it. That's all up to that woman and what she decides to do with her body. I don't make, when I do stand-up comedy, I don't make menstrual cycle jokes. I don't joke around with that with like my girl. I don't joke around with it like, oh my God, what's your attitude? Is that time of the month? I think that is really, really unsensitive and childish to do. And number one, like I said, I wasn't raised to do that. I wasn't raised to speak that way. I wasn't raised to say things like that to women. So therefore I don't. So when I hear that a woman is possibly being sexually assaulted, especially on the college campus, I am more sensitive to the fact, okay, they need to find out what's going on. Because if college players have that atmosphere and that environment that they are owed something, including a woman's body. They're owed money, they're owed swag, they're owed sneakers or Jordans or plane tickets or vacations or cars to drive around in. Why wouldn't some of these crazy ass young men, and you're still kids themselves? Women mature faster than men do. So how mature do you think is an 18, 19-year-old superstar? The Jameis Winston incident. I hope he didn't rape that girl. I really do. But quarterback, Florida State. Big guy, good-looking guy. Country southern black man. Let me tell you something. In the South, there's still a lot of racism going on. There's still a lot of racism going on. Still a lot of racist things going on. But one thing that's also still going on too, white women love them a big black athlete. I'm from the East Coast South. I was just home in the East Coast South. Me and my cousins walked into a local food joint there, and I ain't tooting our own horn. I'm just being real. We walked into a local food joint there, and the white girls were looking at us like we were like fresh meat. Myself, my cousin, my brother, we walked in, and white girls were kind of, giving us the Google eye and sideways flirting with us. Oh, how y'all doing today? Oh my God, we can't do that, sir. I wish we could for you, but we can't. I'm so sorry. Your eyes are so pretty. Oh my God. Yeah, they still. So I don't question that there was a young white girl in college that wanted to mess with the big, good-looking black quarterback. That's probably going to go #1 pick overall and go to the NFL and make millions and millions of money. But that doesn't give him an excuse to do anything that he may have done. And what happens in certain situations too, where a woman won't testify, or it's found that the evidence wasn't found enough to indict a guy, I always think to myself, damn, man, I at least wanted to go to trial. That way, if your guy gets exonerated through trial, he's found out guilty, that's the justice system. You guys love it when it's locking up a bunch of black people all the time. So then love it then when it's letting the kid off who maybe didn't rape a girl. Maybe he did not rape her. Maybe he did not sexually assault her. Maybe she is trying to get that free cash ticket. That's never my initial thought. I'll make that decision after things go to court and after things get settled that way. But there's a lot that goes on in these college campuses, guys. Kids going to class, for instance. You think this is a first time that this has been an era where kids laugh off going to class? I've talked to college Division I athletes who laugh off going to class at a certain point when they know that they're going pro, or they know that they're not going to be really playing there long. They're going to be leaving. They're going to declare early. Sean gave me some Biggie right there. Appreciate that, bro. But these circumstances today with Baylor, and it's really bad because Art Briles is being made the scapegoat, so that the punishment from the NCAA is going to be lighter on the president, the dean, the athletic AD. I mean, this thing goes deep. This goes into an administrative thing where women have gone to the administration and say, I have been raped. I've been sexually assaulted by one of the football players. And these things go quiet. And they keep it quiet down there. Why? Because they're trying to compete in football, guys. Do not get this twisted. There was an incident there about 10, 12 years ago where a player killed two of his teammates. Buried them, try to get rid of the bodies out in the field, out in Waco, Texas. And that was thrown, and that was kind of brushed away. I mean, 2 people died. Like this guy, I forget the kid's name. You guys know the basketball incident that happened there, where a player killed 2 teammates. Like murder, shot them clean and dead. Not by accident, not playing with the gun and the gun went off, or driving drunk and got into a car accident and the kids died. No, take them out to a field where he didn't think anybody would find the bodies and then cold blood murder them. I.e. Aaron Hernandez. Same type of thing. You think he's innocent? No. He took Odin Lloyd out to that manufacturer factory field, told him to get out of the car, got out of the car with another person, put him on his knees, put a gun to his head, and murdered him and executed him. And the things that he was doing in college, University of Florida is no different. The things he was doing in college, where teammates are saying, yeah, we knew he had guns and drugs in his dorm room. But Urban Meyer didn't know any of this. Urban Meyer didn't know anything Percy Harvin was doing. Urban Meyer didn't know they were all out of the bar and got into a huge bar fight one night that Tim Tebow had to kind of like break down and diffuse the problem. But they're all under 21. What the hell are they all doing in the bar? Environment and atmosphere. You've created this environment. You've created this atmosphere. So this is what you're going to get from it. And this Baylor situation is going to explode. There are, I think, I would have anywhere from the stories I've read, I've seen anywhere between 5 to 10 different women that can come out about being sexually assaulted while they were students at Baylor by player athletes. That's bad. That's bad. Think about it. You're about to try to send your daughter to college, and she wants to go to Baylor. She's a pretty girl, and maybe she's involved in sports program in high school. Maybe she keeps the books. I'll tell you right now, the girls that were the trainers in high school football and the ones that kept the books, a lot of those girls were sleeping with athletes. Not all of them, but a lot of those girls were. My high school football coach, okay, was fired and had his teacher's license taken away from him for sleeping with like 4 female students at the time that were trainers on the football team. Trainers for JV, trainers for varsity, that's what they called them. They called them the trainers. But they were the girls that ran the water out on the field. They fixed your helmet. They got their uniforms ready. They dressed the locker rooms up with your uniforms. We didn't have guys that did that. We had fellow classmate females that did that. My high school football coach was fucking all of them. That's just the truth. My high school football coach was having sex with them and lost his teacher's license and his coaching's license in the state of Virginia over it. One of the biggest scandals I've ever seen in a high school sport. You think that that's just going? I just found out recently that a young lady who I befriended is actually sleeping with one of her high school coaches, one of her son's high school football coaches, and he's giving her money. Like, I just recently found this out. Now, I ain't brought up the guts enough to ask her about this because I do want to kind of ask her as a friend, like, what the hell are you doing? I understand times get hard, but sleeping with your son's coach for him to give you money, like, that's kind of like borderline prostitution. That's high school, guys. What do you think is going on these multi-$100 million college campuses and programs? The one thing you can't have in college sports is scandal. And they will do anything possible to run from scandal and to hide scandal. But you have to now realize that this is actually jeopardizing human moral decency. Money has killed our society, guys. Money, the idea that money equals some form of success in our country. And if you don't have it, and if you've not gotten that far in life, then you're unsuccessful. You're not as successful as somebody else. If you don't drive a certain car, or if you don't make a certain amount of money, or if you don't have a certain title. And what that does is it compromises human moral decency. That's what it does. Money will always compromise what you've been taught is the right thing to do. Always. That's why it's the root, the love of money is the root of all evil. Money is the root of all evil. Everything that is evilly done, everything that is done in evil and to fool you and to bamboozle society. Think about it. It revolves around money. Extra taxes, money. Prison system, money. Drugs, money. Gun war, money. War on drugs, money. War with another country, money. There's no more pride. There's no more. There's no more. Just pride in I beat you. It's always about money. What bowl game? We want to get into this bowl game because this bowl game pays out this amount of money. We had a better season than you. And if we have a scandal and we have to start suspending and keeping players out because we have a sexual assault issue, we don't get to go to the Rose Bowl. I don't get to go to the college playoff. I don't get to go to the Sugar Bowl, the Fiesta Bowl, the Orange Bowl, the National Championship game, where I make my program another $12 million on payouts. Not to mention all the additional merchandise we'll sell. Not to mention all the additional concessions that will sell. Not to mention all the additional top prospects that will sell. Because we have the money to build now a bigger weight room, a bigger spa room. We have big-breasted massage therapy therapists that come through on Wednesdays to give our players massages. And who knows what else what. We have a high checkbook now to buy the best-looking prostitutes, the best-looking escorts that come in and have sex and suck off our soon-to-be pro athletes, but collegiate student athletes. This shit happens, people. This happens. And it's happening at more than just Baylor. It is so high and so low, you have no idea. Excuse me, Syracuse and Penn State. Child molestation allegations. Zandusky is in prison right now, the fall guy. And mysteriously, Joe Paterno dies quietly in his home a week later. I tell anybody, they killed that man. Just give me an injection. Let me go, man. Because if they find out I knew about this, it will crush this university forever. It crushed Penn State. It set him back. But it didn't set him back far enough as I thought it should have, because I'm a firm believer Joe Pa knew something. You don't run that place for 35, 40 years and don't know that your lead assistant head coach, your defensive coordinator, is molesting boys on campus, in the football facilities, in the showers, in his office. There's no way. You have been told. So you can't say you didn't know. There's players that came out and said they told you. And you did nothing. Why? Because the football program runs the city. The morals that we have been lost in sports, people. The atmospheres that we create, the environments that we create, it's pathetic, people. It really is. It really, really is. It's pathetic. There's no way in the world that we should be in the era of life that we're in right now, where money is just overpowering everything. You can be raped, and if it's by Darren Sharper's ass, I mean, you got pro athletes out here, think about it, drugging women. You got pro athletes out here drugging women and doing crazy, sick, sadistic, sexual things to these women. It's the atmosphere that's been created. The environment around them is, I deserve to get everything I want. Want a new contract? I get it. Want a new watch? I get it. Want a new Porsche? I get it. Want a Ferrari? I get it. Want women from the nightclub to come home with me my 3rd, 4th, 5th, 6th, 7th year in the league when I'm balling and I got a god body? I look good. I'm bringing them into a mansion. I got cocaine or weed or drink, whatever you want. I get it. I want to have sex tonight, so I'm having sex tonight. Some woman in here owes me some ass. That's the environment that has been created in sports. And it's even trickled down to high school, where, as I told you, my high school coach felt like, you want to be a trainer on my varsity football team? Then I deserve sex from you, and I'm gonna get it from you, or you're not gonna be a trainer on my team. I mean, having sex in his office, having sex on school grounds. I mean, come on. And it was a sad, sad situation, and there was always little running jokes or rumors among the players, but we just never believed that coach would actually really do it. So when it came out, it was a bit of a shock to a lot of us. Like, what? And he was such a beloved coach that you got to think about the women that were involved. One girl had already graduated, so she wasn't in school. There was a young lady, I'm not going to put her name out there, that was there at the time. She faced scrutiny and faced some threats from students because she so-called got coach fired. Like, no, she didn't get coach fired. I mean, all I can say is she's a little freak. Shit, she was banging a high school football coach. But he knows better. He's the teacher at the school and a high school football coach. It's just like all these teachers now you see having sex with students, having threesomes with students. You see girls having sex with up to, a dozen football players in the bathroom, and people recorded it. At least 25 kids went in and out of the bathroom. And this girl is having sex. Like, where are our morals? But because we hold pro sports and collegiate sports and just sports in general has taken over our morals in this country. That's why I call people lame ass average sports fans. You guys think I'm calling you a lame person or a lame man or a lame? No, just as an average ass sports fan, you're lame because you've let sports take over your morals. Your morals have been replaced with your love of an athlete, your love of a sport. It's, you know, you call yourself a Christian and you don't condone cheating on your wife, but your favorite player goes and cheats on his wife, and you're like, well, you know, he could do that, he could do this, or he got money, or it's popular for Dwayne Wade to cheat on Gabrielle Union and get another girl pregnant and have a baby by her, and he gets applauded for it. Look where our morals are, people. Why wouldn't you expect our children to go that route then? Why wouldn't you expect kids to think it's okay if that's what they see? And we're always throwing somebody under the bus. Nobody in sports ever steps up and takes responsibility. These athletic directors at these college campuses, these deans, dean of student affairs, you got to be kidding me. You can't. Money and the Rose Bowl and having your star player cannot take over the realm of I was molested by your star running back. I was sexually assaulted by your star running back. And he still gets to play. Duke University had the same thing. Suleiman, Duke never really, they just cut the kid and kicked him out of school. Duke knew it happened. Same thing with the lacrosse team. That was a black girl. If that was a white girl, that Duke lacrosse team would have been found guilty. But because she was a black stripper, she was a black dancer, of course the white boys got off. Absolutely they got off. And it was, oh man, it was shown. ESPN even went as far to do a 30 for 30 on it. Now think about if that young woman really was molested. And people could say, well, she admitted later that she made it all up. Yeah, because money talks. You think these people don't throw money at it? How Kobe Bryant get out of trouble? Now, I'm not saying he didn't molest the girl, but she took money. That's how he got out of it. She took money because money talks. That's why you were doing it in the first place. Some of these women that are just trying to get money, that's why you're doing it in the first place. Money can't replace what's been done and violated to your body. I don't know any lady that would tell me. I don't know any lady that would say, if you got raped, what kind of money? If you were raped or you were sexually assaulted, what amount of money would take away the damage and the pain? No woman in her right mind would give you an amount. No woman in her right mind would give you an amount. But that's how evil money is. You throw money at the problem and it goes away. But you still have a scarred soul. You still have a scarred woman if she was raped. But I will tell you this too, and I'll speak on this behalf of it. Women out there, if you're being sexually assaulted, and if you're truly being raped by pro athletes, college athletes, high school athletes, whatever the case may be, do not take money. Do not take money. Demand justice. Keep going at it over and over and over again until they try the guy. Until they put the man on trial. And then there's a thorough investigation done. Don't take money. Very bothered by this story this morning. Art Riles is going to get fired. They've already announced that they're going to fire him. I expect him to be fired in an hour or two. But Art Riles, this poor guy is trying to run a football program. You had women not go to Art Riles. You had women go to the administration of Baylor. Not the sports program, not the sports department, not the AD. That's not where they went. They went to the administration and told them, I have been sexually assaulted by your guy here, by your player here. They were told by Boise State about a player. You can take him in your school, but the kid is being removed from us. He's being released. He's being kicked off our team and kicked out of our school because of some sexual assault allegations. So if you want to take him, fine. Goes to Baylor, does it again. Gets accused of it again. Obviously, he believes he's owed this from women on campus because it's probably been provided for him before. Atmosphere, environment. When we come back, we'll get to the NBA playoffs. Cavs, Raptors, Warriors, Golden State Warriors, OKC. That series, I'm just still so baffled on. I have no idea what's going to happen in that series, man. I think Golden State wins tonight. I wouldn't be surprised if OKC won, though. I'm not sure what I'm hearing is real. I know Steph Curry is not a fluke. Steph Curry is not, choking. Or I just think OKC just might. Sometimes in sports, guys, the other team's just better. It's just the way it goes. VJ's of Sports with Icon. Take a quick break. We'll be right back with y'all in a minute. Talking NBA playoffs. I want to get to some NHL playoffs too because the Stanley Cup is going to be set up here soon. And then also possible NBA free agents, OTAs in the NFL is starting. Call line is starting to light up. I got some people on hold. Everybody listening live, please continue to hold. I swear I will get to your call. 860-614-8257. Any topic you want, bring it to us. VJ's of Sports with Icon. Spreaker.com.
From the hill up in Brownsville that you roll dice with, smoke blunts and got nice with. Yeah, my nigga Fame up in Prospect. Nah, them my niggas, nah, love wouldn't disrespect. I didn't say them, they schooled me to some niggas that you knew from back when you was clocking minor figures. Now they heard you blowing up like nitro, when they wanna stick the knife through your windpipe slow. So, thank Fame for warning me, cause now I'm warning you. I got the Mac, nigga, tell me what you gonna do. Damn, niggas wanna stick me for my paper. 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 They heard about the Rolexes and the Lexus with the Texas license plates out of state. They heard about the pounds you got down in Georgetown, and they heard you got half of Virginia locked down. They even heard about the crib you bought your mom South Florida, the 5th corridor. Call the coroner. There's gonna be a lot of slow singing and flower bringing if my burglar alarm starts ringing. What you think all the guns is for? All-purpose war got the Rockwellers by the door, and I feed them gunpowder so they can devour the criminals trying to drop my decimals. Damn, niggas wanna stick me for my cream, and it ain't a dream. Things ain't always what it seems. It's the ones that smoke blunts with ya, see your picture. Now they wanna grab their guns and come and get ya. Bet your Biggie won't slip. I got the calico with the black talons loaded in the clip, so I can rip through the ligaments. Put the fuckers in the bad predicament where all the foul niggas went. Touch my cheddar, feel my Beretta. Fuck what I'ma hit you with, your motherfuckers better duck. I bring pain, blood stains on what remains of his jacket. He had a gun, he should've packed it, cocked it. Extra clips in my pocket so I can reload and explode on your asshole. I fuck around and get hardcore. C4 to your door, no beef, no more, nigga. Feel the rough, scandalous. The more weed smoke I puff, the more dangerous. I don't give a fuck about you or your weak crew. What you gonna do when Big Papa come for you? I'm not gunning, nigga, I bust my gun in. Hold on, I hear somebody coming. Fuck all you hoes. Get a grip, motherfucker. Yeah. This album is dedicated to all the teachers that told me I never amount to nothing. To all the people that lived above the buildings that I was hustling from that called the police on me when I was just trying to make some money to feed my daughter. And all the niggas in the struggle. You know what I'm saying? It's all good, baby. It was all a dream. I used to read Word Up magazine. Salt and Pepper and Heavy D up in the limousine.
VJ's on Sports with Conda, live right now, Spreaker.com. Call us, like I said, keep holding. I'll get to you guys. 860-614-8257. Any topic you want. We were just talking about the Baylor situation today that's going down. Baylor's going to fire Art Browse. Art Browse is the head coach of the Baylor football program. There's been a lot of stories and allegations creeping out of Baylor about an atmosphere and an environment that's been created there of sexual assault of young women students there by some of their student athletes. And the shit's about to hit the fan in Baylor. And this just brought me up to... just to remind people about Syracuse, and Jim Boeheim didn't know anything, and Penn State, and Joe Paterno so-called didn't know anything. Louisville, Rick Pitino didn't know anything. Alabama, Nick Saban didn't know anything. USC, Pete Carroll, Miami, Baylor. Duke, the lacrosse team, Suleiman sexual assault, 2 different sexual assault allegations, and Coach K never spoke on it, never brought it up. They just kicked the kid out of school, wiped their hands with it, brushed their hands with it. That's why I tell you, some of these coaches that you guys love and smile, man, some of these guys are some evil individuals. I'm telling you that right now. They're entitled. They know that you can't mess with them. A lot of these colleges are in small rural towns. They run the media. They control the media. And you can't ask them certain questions. You can't really challenge them, or they won't let you back in. That's just a fact, guys. You go down to University of Virginia, go out to Blacksburg. A lot of my friends in Northern Virginia went to Virginia Tech. Go out there and try to ruffle the feathers of Frank Beamer. Try it. Have fun with that. And see what that's going to do to your media credential. See what that does to your media pass. You can't get away with that, Los Angeles. Los Angeles, I ain't go cover what I want to cover, okay? I'm part of the media here. I work for whether it's I've created my own entity, VJ Sports Talk and Entertainment. I get a media entry, I get a media pass because I do a radio show that way, which I'm working on right now. I'm really working on it for the fall because I want to go to the Rams games and I want to cover the Lakers. I want to cover the Rams and the Lakers. I've made my mind up. I want to go head first into it. I don't want to really mess with the Dodgers much because I don't want to be bored at that many damn Dodger games. I really, really don't. I don't want to be bored at that many baseball games, but I'm trying to get media credential pass so I can get to the Rams games out here, USC college football games, and I can get to these Laker games courtside or sitting up in the press box and getting into the post-game interviews and, all that type of stuff, shoot-arounds, practices, stuff like that, so I can start to network more and plug myself more into sports. And I also am aiming to be able to go to the Super Bowl and cover the Super Bowl on Media Day this year. That's one of my professional goals. So, but yeah, it's just a disturbing thing with Baylor today. Art Browse is going to be fired. A lot of stuff going on and college athletics, guys, with athletes. Do not be fooled. Do not think that this stuff does not happen. It happens, guys, and it happens a lot. All right, I want to move on. We'll come back to that. I know I got a guy that's going to be calling in about 20 minutes that definitely wants to talk about that, who played at Penn State. Very good friend of mine, actually, from the DMV. So don't want to give it away too soon, but I'll tell you who the guy is when he calls in. Want to talk about the NBA playoffs here for a quick second, and a lot of things that I'm seeing this morning that, normally it would bother me, but it's more laughable today. It's more funny of a joke. It's more kind of funny to me today than it is, it would make me upset as a sports fan. And I said this would happen. We all knew it would happen. I'm not reinventing the wheel here, guy. I'm just a guy who just gets on the radio and runs my mouth. I'm able to step out and say these things. But there are a lot of people who, no, that's not going to happen. Everybody loves the Warriors. I told you guys last week, do not let the media write the narrative for you, just like they tried to do with Cam Newton and right before the Super Bowl, how we don't know where all this is coming from about this hatred for Cam Newton. We like Cam Newton. No, you don't. No, you don't. You're saying that because there's nothing you can really say against the kid now. But as soon as he loses that Super Bowl, all those same people we don't understand why you don't think we don't like Cam Newton, all came out of the woodwork. Every last one of them all came. They were waiting. They were waiting for it to happen. They were waiting for Cam Newton to lose that Super Bowl. And we're seeing the exact same thing with Steph Curry right now. They're waiting for Steph Curry and the Warriors to lose. All the old guys, Charles Barkley, Tracy McGrady, who said the league's watered down. Everybody, there's a lot of people that are just waiting for them to lose so they can pounce on Steph Curry. They're going to talk about Aisha. They're going to talk about his kid. They're going to talk about little cute Riley. They're going to talk about his daddy. They're going to talk about his fine-ass mama. They're going to talk about the white dude that had his arm around the lower part of the waist of his mama when he came back in the Portland series and was dropping buckets. They're just waiting. The media builds you up to tear you down. That's what they're a business of. That's the business that they're in. The business that they're in is to build up and tear down. It's all just a matter of time before it's your turn. The bigger you get, the more media you draw. The more media you draw, the bigger they build you. The bigger they build you, the harder and bigger they come after you to tear you down. It's just whether it's your time or not. Some people get a nice long run with the media before they tear you down. They're doing it with Bill Cosby now. Bill Cosby's had a nice long 50-year good times with the media. Now they're trying to tear him down. Whitney Houston, at one point, they tried to tear her down. Michael Jackson tried to tear him down. They're trying to tear Prince down right now. Oh, Prince was a drug addict, and Prince had this, and Prince did this, and Prince did that. And what's so disgusting is they're trying to tear him down after he's dead. They couldn't do it when he was alive. That's how special he was. They couldn't even... His run only ended with the media because he died. Think about that. They were trying to tear Michael Jackson down as a kid. They were trying to tear Michael Jackson down during Thriller. They were trying to tear Michael Jackson down during Off the Wall. They were trying to tear Michael Jackson down through remember the time. And Man in the Mirror. They build you up to tear you down. And if you let the media and ESPN write their narrative for you, you fall for it every single time. I'm seeing people ask me, yo, Veer, is Steph Curry that good, man? Or what's going on? I'm like, dude, is he that good? Come on, man. What do you mean is he that good? You think the NBA they just let him do whatever he wanted to do for the last 2 straight seasons, and now it's just going to all come to an end because he's not that good anymore? I'm seeing, see, all he can do is shoot. He can't do nothing else. Really? I've seen that man get triple doubles live with my own eyes from courtside. But he can't do anything else. Once his shooting goes, he doesn't bring anything else. I'm seeing sportscasters today, radio guys today. Oh, Steph Curry, they've been waiting because they're LeBron lovers. They hated the fact that he got the shine over LeBron. That's showing today, guys. And if they lose tonight, just tune in tomorrow. Tune in to any Sports Talk radio show tomorrow. Tune into anything tomorrow, guys, that has to do with sports. And watch what you'll see. Watch what you'll see. There are people that are actually just waiting. And it's all mostly, a lot of it's LeBron fans. They didn't like the attention that he got over LeBron this year. People don't want to see him make it. Because it's time for the media to tear him down now. Now, this system isn't good for the NBA. Told you guys. But they won a championship with it last year and won 73 games with it this year. And this series is not over. It's not over until somebody wins 4. It's not 3-0. They have to win 3 straight games. 2 of them are on the air home. That's what they have to go do. OKC is not invincible at home. And if Golden State hits shots, it's a different series. I've heard you hear coaches say it all the time. It's a make or miss league. You hear former players sit on TNT, ESPN, NBA TV, ABC, CBS. They all college and pro. They all tell basketball. It's a make or miss sport. You make a lot. It's just that Golden State over the last 2 years, they have made a shitload of shots. A lot of them. They have made a shitload of shots. And it's hard to combat that when you're playing as well as you possibly can, when they have shots that just go in over and over and over and over again. I expect them to play well tonight. I expect them to win tonight. And that thing goes back to OKC. I tell you what OKC doesn't want to do. Don't get blown out tonight. Play tough, keep it close, and then I think they close out in 6 at home. I really do. But if they get blown out tonight, Game 6 is a toss-up. Game 6 is a toss-up. If Golden State comes out and really puts it on them tonight, Game 6 is going to be a toss-up. I said in the regular season that if there were a team that can beat Golden State, it was OKC. It wasn't the Spurs. I haven't believed in the Spurs all year long. You can go back and listen to any show. Go back and replay any podcast show that I have. Any show that I've been on. I've been consistent all year long. The Spurs are not going to the conference finals, guys. They're going to come. No, they're not. They're going to lose to OKC. If there's a team in the NBA, in my opinion, all year long that can beat Golden State, was OKC. I still picked Golden State in the series, though. So I don't want it to come off as that I'm flipping. Nope, that's not. I'm not. I'm still going with Golden State to win the series because that's what I picked. But I did say that if there were a team that would beat them, it would be OKC. And if that was the case, I thought OKC would win it all. OKC has not been healthy the last 3 years at all. Either Durant or Westbrook has been hurt. Ibaka was hurt. Collison was hurt at one point. Adams was hurt at one point. They've had guys hurt. Waiters is just starting to come on now. He's just starting to pick it up. He's just starting to get good again. He was good at Syracuse. I thought he should have stayed. But he never really reached his potential at Cleveland. And then, of course, him and LeBron, whatever issues they had or whatever was going on there, it wasn't good. So they moved him. And he hadn't played well in OKC, guys. But now he's turned it on. I always said this year that I thought that the team that had the most desperation in them of all 32 NBA teams was the Oklahoma City Thunder. I got into it one day with a guy from Fox Radio said, no, how can you say LeBron doesn't have pressure? I said it's not. I didn't say LeBron doesn't have pressure. You're asking me the team with the most desperation, the most desperate team? It's OKC because that thing can explode and it can ruin the franchise. Cleveland's been a franchise since the 70s, man. Since the early 70s, late 60s, the Cavs have been a franchise. Okay? Oklahoma City is still fairly new to us in the NBA. It's the Seattle Supersonics, I know that. But if they give Seattle back another team, you don't look at OKC as like the old Seattle Supersonics. They're OKC because Seattle now has a team. It's just like when Charlotte left and became the Pelicans, but they gave Charlotte back another team to the Bobcats. I don't look at the Pelicans and go, well, that's really the Hornets right there. No, it's the Pelicans. Charlotte's got a team back now. They're called the Bobcats. They made the playoffs this year. OKC has had the most desperation all year long from opening night because this thing can blow up and you will be left with Waiters and Roberson and Adams. Westbrook and Durant could be out of there. I think if they win it all, they both re-sign for big money there. They both decide to stay there and build a dynasty because they can add another player. They can add another guy and build a dynasty. And now that totally shakes up the West. It totally rebuilds the NBA. And now we have a legitimate West Coast rivalry, Western Conference rivalry, OKC and Golden State. The last two NBA champions with the Spurs, if you mix in there, the last three NBA champions have all come from the Western Conference. I had a friend tell me he thinks the fix is in for LeBron to win the championship this year because they want to get him a ring. He wants out of there from everything I've heard. He said if he wins a ring, he would consider going back to Miami or definitely head back down to Miami and try to bring Chris Paul and Carmelo with him to join him with Wade down there. I don't know, man. I hope that doesn't happen. I really do, guys. I like guys to stay where they are, build where you at, man. And it's funny, you only agree with it if you just want a certain player to win. Well, he wants to win. You don't think Ewan wanted to win? He didn't leave New York. You didn't think Stockton Malone didn't want to win? You didn't think that they were their free agents? There were other teams that didn't want them. They could have went 2-1. Same thing with Charles Barkley. Same thing with who else I could throw? The Reggie Miller. You don't think when Reggie Miller was a free agent at one point in his career, there were at least 5 or 6 other championship caliber type teams that wanted Reggie Miller? What did Reggie do? He stayed. He wanted to win there. He wanted to build and win where he was. There was a toughness about players of that era who wanted to win and beat everybody instead of being everybody's buddy and starting that era. LeBron James, whether y'all like it or not, he started the era. What do you want from me? You want me to like it? I don't like it. I wouldn't mind OKC winning the championship this year. Because it shuts everybody up, number one. You still want to get rid of Russell Westbrook now? Durant's still soft. Durant's still not the guy. I've told people this before. Every time I want to hand the league over to Durant as the future guy, he goes out and he has a bad few games in the playoffs in important spots. I hope it doesn't happen this year. Well, I kind of do because I need Golden State to win for my pick to be right. I don't like my picks being wrong. But now we live in this era where like I said, they're just waiting on the jump on. They're waiting to jump on the Warriors. They're waiting to jump on Steph Curry. They're going to eat Steph Curry alive. But last week they were telling you everybody loves the Warriors so much. But Fox is a big component of this. I just said this last night. Nick Wright, who filled in for Colin Cowherd, started the show with everybody loves the Warriors so much. No, they don't. Don't try to talk out of both sides of your ass. Don't talk out of your ass, man. No, they don't. They're waiting. You let the media, Fox does that well. Whether it's Fox News, whether it's Fox Sports, Fox Sports 1, they do this very well. They try to paint this false narrative for you guys to fall into, and then they're the first people to jump on. They were the first people to say, I don't understand where all this hate is coming for Cam Newton. They were saying it on Colin Cowherd's show. He's on Fox Sports 1. I don't understand what people are saying all this hate for Cam Newton. I went right on radio that morning and said, don't fall. Please don't fall for that, guys. Please do not fall for that. That's not true. They hate that man. They're waiting for him to lose. But he hasn't done anything for you to pick at, so they're just staying quiet now. But they're saying little shit that makes people see, and the smart individual like myself can see, you don't like that guy, but you want him to fail. You're waiting for that guy to fail. You want him to fail. I'd much rather somebody just tell me, yo, man, I just don't like Kobe. I always respect that. I never look at that like, oh man, you hater. I just go, okay. At least you're just being real, man. I get it. I just don't like Kobe, dude. It's just not it's just not a player I like, man. I don't think I would like him as a person. Cool. I can always respect that. I never say, oh, but you don't know him. Shit, I don't know him. I like his attitude. I like the way he plays basketball. I don't know Kobe. I've told people before, if I had a chance to hang with Kobe or LeBron, I probably would hang out with LeBron because LeBron seems like he would be more down to earth and more real. Kobe seems like he might be a little more aloof than the hangout session. LeBron feels like he might be a little more chill to kind of kick it with and hang out with and hang around with. He comes off as that. But even though I like Kobe's my guy, doesn't mean I want to hang out with him. I don't know him. He may not like me. He may think I talk too much. He may not like my light skin. He may not like my blue eyes. He may not like the suit that I have on. I don't know. But this narrative that we don't understand where we don't like, you guys saying we're hating on this player, or the Warriors, everybody loves them. You guys don't say anything when they celebrate. No. The reason why I can dissect that is because you're bringing up the point that nobody says anything when they celebrate, but you're trying to start it with everyone loves the Warriors. No, they don't. They're waiting for the Warriors. And you're naive. You're just a naive-ass sports fan if you think that anything else is going to happen other than him and the Warriors getting trashed. Him being Steph Curry and the Warriors getting trashed if they get eliminated out of this playoffs. Especially in 5 if they lose tonight. We see the same thing with the MVP award. Nobody's hating on. What are you guys talking about? Yes, you are. Only thing to say against a unanimous award winner for the MVP is congratulations. That's the only thing to say. Nothing else about eras. Nothing else about watered down. Nothing else about your perspective of what an MVP is. Oh, give me a break. Why aren't you judging it like that all the time? That's where you always can tell a disdain for somebody. I tell you, man. But I think they win tonight. I think OKC kind of thinks they can wrap it up at home. The dangerous game is not game 5 for OKC, it's game 6. Because you don't want to have to go back to Oakland for game 7. And I hope it does. I'm not sure what will happen. I'll judge it after tonight. But I will say, I think Golden State wins tonight's game. I think Golden State wins tonight's game. And forces a game 6. As far as the Raptors and Cavs, I just said yesterday on my show, why is this thing tied up at 2? Why is this thing tied up at 2? I just said this the other day, yesterday, day before. How the hell is this series tied up at 2? And then I wake up this morning, I didn't watch the game last night because I told you guys, I'm not watching the Eastern Conference Finals. I'm not watching one dribble. I'm not watching one game. Last night, they're up 40 at one point. My point exactly. Why is it tied up at 2? Stop messing around, NBA. Let the series get over. Stop trying to put Vegas in and put extra money. There you go. Once again, money, guys. It takes the purity out of anything. My radio show is pure because money is not the driving force in it. My comedy is pure because money is not the driving force. Yeah, I like a $1,000 check or a little $1,500 cash or a check when I perform. I would like that a lot. But I really go perform because I like making people laugh. And I want people to see that my comedy has evolved. And that my comedy is something new. And that my comedy is pure. And if it grows and I start making more money, it just means I get to take care of my family better. That's all. I get to buy a few new really nice suits. Maybe I get a newer car. You know, maybe I buy a really nice watch. Maybe I get my lady a really nice pearl necklace to wear when we go out with pearl earrings. Something like that. That's what it's about, guys. The purity. Yeah, you're not going to turn down the money. But when you start doing it for money, the purity is gone. And that's when evil and the devil creeps in. We'll take a quick break, man. When we come back, I want to get into some other things with football OTAs right now. Tom Brady and any NFL news and notes you guys want to bring up, you want to talk up. Chat room is cracking this morning. I'm getting some text messages coming through. Had a few callers get dropped, man. I'm sorry, guys. I ran it a little long there. But I'll try to, if you want to call back, 860-614-8257. We'll get you guys back on the air. VJ's on Sports Like Conduct on Spreaker.com. Be back with y'all in a second, guys.
Yeah. This album is dedicated to all the teachers that told me I never amount to nothing. To all the people that lived above the buildings that I was hustling from that called the police on me when I was just trying to make some money to feed my daughter. And all the niggas in the struggle, you know what I'm saying? It's all good, baby. It was all a dream. I used to read Word Up magazine. Salt and Pepper and Heavy D up in the limousine. Hanging pictures on my wall. Every Saturday, rap attack Mr. Magic Marley Marl. I let my tape rock till my tape pop. Smoking weed and bamboo, sipping on private stock. Way back when I had the red and black lumberjack with the hat to match. Remember rapping Duke? The hard, you never thought that hip-hop would take it this far. Now I'm in the limelight cause I rhyme tight. Time to get paid, blow up like the world's trade. Born sinner, the opposite of a winner. Remember when I used to eat sardines for dinner? Peace to Ron G, Brucey B, Kid Capri, Funk Master Flex, Love Bug, Star Ski. I'm blowing up like you thought I would. Call a crib, same number, same hood. It's all good. And if you don't know, now you know, nigga.
You know very well who you are. Don't let them hold you down. Reach for the stars. You had a goal, but not just the name. 'Cause you're the only one.
I made the change from a common thief to up close and personal with Robin Leach. And I'm far from cheap. I smoke skunk with my peeps all day. Spread love, it's the Brooklyn way. The Moet and Alizé keep me pissy. Girls used to diss me, now they write letters cause they miss me. I never thought it could happen, this rapping stuff. I was too used to packing gats and stuff. Now honeys play me close like butter play toast. From the Mississippi down to the East Coast. Condos in Queens, indo for weeks. Sold out seats to hear Biggie Small speak. Living life without fear. Putting 5 carats in my baby girl ear. Lunches, brunches, interviews by the pool. Considered a fool cause I dropped out of high school. Stereotypes of a black male misunderstood. And it's still all good, And if you don't know, now you know, nigga.
You know very well who you are. Don't let them hold you down. Reach for the stars. You had a goal, but not just the name. 'Cause you're the only one. I'll give you good and
Super Nintendo, Sega Genesis. When I was dead broke, man, I couldn't picture this. 50-inch screen, money green leather sofa. Got 2 rides, a limousine with the chauffeur. Phone bill about 2 G's flat. No need to worry, my accountant handles that. And my whole crew is lounging, celebrating every day, no more public housing. Thinking back on my one-room shack. Now my mom pimps an act with minks on her back. And she loves to show me off, of course. Smiles every time my face is up in the sauce. We used to fuss when the landlord dissed us. No heat, wonder why Christmas missed us. Birthdays was the worst days. Now we sip champagne when we thirsty. Damn right I like the life I live. Cause I went for negative to positive and it's all. And if you don't know, now you know, nigga.
You know very well who you are. Don't let them hold you down.
And if you don't know, now you know, nigga.
You had a goal, but not just the name. 'Cause you're the only one.
And if you don't know, now you know, nigga. Representing B-Town in the house. Junior Mafia, Math Label. Yeah.
Hey, yeah. You know very well who you are. So don't let them hold you down. Reach for the stars. You had a goal, but nothing in it. 'Cause you're the only one. I'll give you good and plenty.
So good, nigga. Junior Mafia. It's all good, nigga. That boy. It's all good, nigga. It's all
VJs on Sportsmanlike Conduct, Spreaker.com. Got some people in the chat room. My man DC wants some West Coast music, so we gonna throw that up. And as we do that, I want to jump out here to some Tom Brady news, NFL news, man. Yo, throw some West Coast music on. Throw some Dre on for my man DC, man. Listen to the show. Appreciate the love, DC. Appreciate you supporting the show, man. So we gonna do that for Oh, that's what you. Oh, okay, 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 okay. VJ Sports Talk. 912 VJ Sports Talk. VJ Sports Talk. Unsportsmanlike conduct talk. Alright, man. Come on, man, DC. There you go, homeboy. Good looking out, man. Supporting on the show. Tom Brady right now wants to actually still fight this thing and appeal to Deflategate. I'm gonna tell y'all right now, man. I'm tired of this shit. Dead serious. Like, it ain't about Tom Brady. It ain't about me being a big Brady fan. We call him Thomas Brady, Thomas the Great, Brady the Legend. It ain't got nothing to do about any of that. It's just a simple fact that I'm just tired of hearing about this. It's been, the man has played a whole damn season. Played in the playoffs, played a conference championship game, and we still talking about air and balls. I don't like talking about balls this much, guys. There's nothing that says suspect to me than long, drawn-out conversations about balls and how much air's in the balls and what balls did you use. Did you feel the balls? Did the balls feel inflated? Did the balls feel deflated? How many balls did you feel? I'm tired of this, man. The NFL messed this up from the beginning. From the beginning. And like anything else in life, when you fuck up something from the beginning, it stays fucked up forever. It doesn't get fixed if you continue to keep doing the way that you started to do it. It's just like if you get into a relationship, guys. If you get into a relationship cheating, you're probably going to cheat through the relationship. The relationship's only going to suffer and it's not going to get better. And it's because you can't even ever say, can we go back to the beginning, babe? She can't even look at you and say, can I go back to the beginning, babe? No, you was cheating on me in the beginning. How we going to go to the beginning? How we going to start over again? And that's what Deflategate is. Oh, man, rest in peace, Nate Dogg.
Don't want to treat you wrong. Don't want to lead you on. Here, baby, hit the bomb while the West Coast rolls along. While we still make
That's the best hook song. That's the best hook singer ever in music ever. Is Nate Dogg.
Somebody better get this.
I got these freaky hoes clapping their hands, stomping their feet. Every now and then they put their mouth on me. Now with that,
I'm out in LA now, man. So West Coast music is in my soul now, man. Like, I ain't gonna front. I got a lot of homies out here. That's all they pump. They don't really. I put them on the East Coast music. Like, still even today, there's some cats that are so West Coast hardcore. Like, that's all they listen to. They don't really listen to East Coast music, guys. Like, I be putting them on. Like, I was listening to some Cam one day. I was listening to the Sex DE CD, Sex, Drugs, and Entertainment. And one of my boys was like, oh, that's that Cameron right there, right, homie? I was like, yeah. He said, what's that, new? I'm like, nah, B, that's like 2001. That's like 2000. Sex, Drugs, and Entertainment, that's like 2000. He was like, what? I ain't never heard that joint before. That's like telling me to replay the song again. I'm like, damn. But they told me straight up, be like, nah, man, all we listen to is West Coast out here, man. All hardcore on my West Coast music, and they still, you go to Crip Cookout out here, they still Crip walking and shot. I can't do any of that shit. I dislocate my damn knees, ankles, I tear an Achilles, a knee ligament. It's cool. I like to sit and watch it. I like to think of it as like Black Hood Street fraternity. You know, when you go to the fraternity house or you go to the step show, the fraternities be up there stepping and the Kappas throw the cane around and the Q dogs have on the Timberlands and the ripped up clothes and doing the dog barking and the spray paint gold boots on and all that shit. Like, that's fun to watch. Like, I can't do any of it, but it's fun to watch. When you go to a gangster cookout, when you go to a hood cookout, you go to a gangster cookout out here in LA, like if the weed get flowing and the drinks get flowing, don't let nobody start talking about who can out C-walk somebody. It goes down. It's like a competition. It's like a whole show. And I just sit there and I enjoy it because I can't do any of it. I respect it. I was always taught, always respect another hood you ain't from, man. When you in somebody else's hood, just respect the hood, man, and you cool. I had a cousin this last weekend was like, yo, you safe out there in LAV? You good? Because I know you can't wear blue or you can't wear red. I'm like, nigga, this ain't 1987, man. Like, yeah, it's like that in like some areas, but what am I doing in that area? What am I doing on that side street in the hood? You know what I mean? Like, what am I doing over there? I'm out here. I'm a comedian, dude. I'm a sports talk show host. I'm an honest working dude. I ain't got no business over there. I ain't even got to go see the weed man. They got dispensaries in California. I don't even have to put myself in a predicament to go to somebody's house and end up in some shit. End up in a robbery, end up in a shootout, just trying to pick up a sack. Like before I moved to California, I used to live back east. Before, dispensaries and stuff, like you be shit going into somebody's crib, man, where there's like 7-8 dudes standing around. You know what I'm saying? Might be a girl or two on the sofa next to a dude rolling up or something. Like, I mean, anything can pop off in here. This looks volatile. This looks like some volatile shit can go down right here. You know what I mean? So, but with dispensaries, I don't have to put myself in that predicament at all. Anyway, Tom Brady. Whenever you start something, guys, bad, it's always going to be bad. When you start it on the wrong foot, most times it's always going to be on the wrong foot unless you just scrap the plan, take it as an L, say we lost on this one, and move on. And once again, just like relationships and love, sometimes you keep trying to fix the relationship, you keep trying to fix shit, it's only making things worse. Just scrap it, take it as an L, move on. And that's what the NFL needs to do. The NFL, guys, it's like, I'm sorry. You're not getting Brady. Brady's not going down. He's not going to go down easy. He's not going to go down with you telling him that he's a cheater. He's not going to let y'all mess with his legacy. He's not doing it. He's not doing it at all. Worse. I'm still a Dre. There you go, DC. I got you, homie. I got you for the rest of the show. West Coast music for the rest of the show for my man DC in the chat box right here, man. Giving me some love. VJs on Sports Like Conda live on Spreaker.com. I appreciate the love, man. So I gotta, fans request something. You gotta play the music for them, man. So we throw some West Coast music out there. Throw some Dre and some Snoop on them. Tell you like that right there. Hot damn.
Spots that I'm known to run. Hit a bass from the truck when I'm on the block.
NFL needs to let this go, man. Tom Brady's, he's not gonna let you fuck with his legacy. The NFL needs to let this go. All you people that wanted to see Brady in trouble, guess what? Sorry, it's not happening. That's just real. It's not happening. I know a lot of people want to see Brady in trouble. A lot of people don't like Tom Brady, rightfully so. Anybody's allowed to like who they don't want to like, guys. I'm not the fan that turns my nose up when you don't like a certain player. I'm a Dan Marino fan. You know how many times I got to hear about, well, you don't have no rings? I'm an Isaiah Thomas fan. You know how many times I got to hear, oh, they were dirty, they were this, they were that. I'm a Kobe Bryant fan. You know how many times I got to hear, well, those are Shaq rings and Kobe's are this and Kobe's are that. I don't turn my nose up. People are allowed to like who they want to like. You're not a hater. I like to just say that you just let the media write the narrative for you. Everybody wanted Tom Brady to be guilty when everybody really knows that there's nothing to be said about the air and a football when you're getting your ass whooped 41-7. I could play you in a rolled up sock wrapped up in duct tape, dipped in olive oil, and still run the ball and beat your ass when I'm beating you 41-7. 41-7's got nothing to do with the football. 41-7 has everything to do with just me being better than you. Sometimes teams are just better, guys. That's just how it goes sometimes. Sometimes teams are just better. It's almost like with Golden State, just to flashback to Golden State and OKC. I don't know if Golden State's choking. I was asked that last night. Is Golden State choking? I don't know. Maybe OKC's just better, guys. I know it may be hard to believe, and some of you guys were waiting on it. Maybe OKC is just on a destination to winning a championship this year. And there's nothing that nobody else can do about it, including all you precious LeBron James lovers. Like, maybe LeBron's team, I'm going to tell you right now, I know people say, I think that team, I don't think they can beat the Cavs. Why the hell not? Why wouldn't they be able to beat the Cavs? To me, I'm not sure that makes sense at all, that they wouldn't be able to beat the Cavs. Have you seen that team? Kyrie Irving, what he gonna do with Russ Westbrook? And Durant, and real talk, man, I would love to watch Durant and LeBron go at it. But I want the referee, and we get it, I just want one thing. I want the referees to stay out of it. I want Vegas, the referees, and the NBA to stay out of it, which we know won't happen. We saw that the last time these two guys matched up in the finals. LeBron got every call, Durant didn't get any. And then LeBron's teammates hit three after three. Mike Miller and Shane Battier. Oh my God. 3 after 3 after 3 after 3 after 3. I honestly think that they just might be the better team. And the same thing goes when the AFC Championship game between the Colts and the Patriots. But the Colts weren't winning that game that day, guys. Not when you lose 41-7. There's nothing that you can put on that where it was a last-second field goal or a last-minute drive. No, you're not gonna win that. You're not winning that series. You're not winning that. You're not winning that game. And the man has already played a whole damn season. He's played in the playoffs, played in the Super Bowl. It's just time to let it go. Like I don't understand what the NFL is doing. Let that shit go, man. Like damn serious. They definitely are gonna have to let that go. But Tom Brady is not gonna let you take his legacy. I don't blame him. I like the way everything is being handled by his people. They're gonna keep appealing, and they'll take it all the way up, and they'll take it all the way up to the Supreme Court if they need to. And I think that's the right thing to do. Take a quick break. Come right back, guys. One last story. We're going to end today's show live on VJs on Sports Like Conduct, Spreaker.com. I want to talk to you guys about something that I think is ruining sports conversations. All that and more coming up on VJs on Sports Like Conduct, man. Cut about Dre. Some days everybody when I talk, that's how Eminem used to sound.
Got a crib with a studio and it's all full of tracks to add to the wall full of plaques. Hanging up in the office and back of my house like trophies. Did y'all think I'ma let my dough freeze? Hold please, you better bow down on both knees. Who you think taught you to smoke trees? Who you think brought you to ODs? Easy E's, Ice Cubes and DOCs, the Snoop D-O-double G's, and the group that said motherfuck the police. Gave you a tape full of dope beats to bump when you stroll through in your hood. Or when your album sales wasn't doing too good. Who's the doc that they told you to go see? Y'all better listen up closely. All you niggas that said that I turn pop or the firm flop, y'all are the reason that Dre ain't been getting no sleep. So fuck y'all, all of y'all. If y'all don't like me, blow me. Y'all are gonna keep fucking around with me and turn me back to the old me.
Nowadays, everybody wanna talk like they got something to say, but nothing comes out when they move their lips. Just a bunch of gibberish, and motherfuckers act like they forgot about Dre. Nowadays, everybody wanna talk like they got something to say, but nothing comes out when they move their lips. Just a bunch of gibberish, and motherfuckers act like they forgot about Dre. So what do you say to somebody you hate? What? Or anyone trying to bring trouble your way? One of his off things in the blood of your way? Just study your tape of NWA. One day I was walking by with a Walkman on when I caught a guy, give me an awkward eye. You look and strangled him off in the parking lot with his dark and eye. I don't give a fuck if it's dark or not. I'm harder than me trying to park a Dodge when I'm drunk as fuck. Right next to a humongous truck in a 2-car garage. Hopping out with 2 broken legs trying to walk it off. Fuck you too, bitch, call the cops. I'ma kill you and them loud ass motherfucking barking dogs. And when the cops came through, me and Dre stood next to a burned down house with a can full of gas and a handful of matches, and still weren't found out. Right here, so from here on out, it's the chronic tune. Starting the day and tomorrow's a new. And I'm still local enough to choke you to death with a Charleston chew. Slim Shady, hotter than a set of twin babies. And a Mercedes Benz with the windows up when the temp goes up to the mid-80s. Calling men ladies. Sorry, Doc, but I've been crazy. There's no way that you can save me. It's okay, go with him, Haley. Nowadays, everybody wanna talk like they got something to say, but nothing comes out when they move their lips. Just a bunch of gibberish, and motherfuckers act like they forgot about Dre. Nowadays, everybody wanna talk like they got something to say, but nothing comes out when they move their lips. Just a bunch of gibberish, and motherfuckers act like they forgot about Dre.
If it was up to me, you motherfuckers stop coming up to me with your hands out, looking up to me like you want something free. When my last CD was out, you wasn't bumping me, but now that I got slow company, everybody wanna come to me like it was some disease, but you won't get a crumb from me, cause I'm from the streets of. I told them all them little gangsters, who you think helped mold them all? Now you wanna run around talking about guns like I ain't got none. What you think I sold them all? Cause I stay well off. Now all I get is hate mail all day saying Dre fell off. What? Cause I've been in the lab with a pen in the pad trying to get this damn label off. I ain't having that. This is the millennium of aftermath. It ain't gonna be nothing after that. So give me one more platinum plaque and fuck rap, you can have it back. So where's all the mad rappers at? It's like a jungle in this habitat. But all you savage cats know that I was strapped with gats when you were cuddling a cabbage patch.
Nowadays, everybody wanna talk like they got something to say, but nothing comes out when they move their lips. Just a bunch of gibberish, and motherfuckers act like they forgot about Dre. Nowadays, everybody wanna talk like they got something to say, but nothing comes out when they move their lips. Just a bunch of gibberish, and motherfuckers act like they forgot about Dre. Nowadays, everybody wanna talk like they got something to say, but nothing comes out when they move their lips. Just a bunch of gibberish, and motherfuckers act like they forgot.
Motherfucking Eagle Double G.
Snoop Dogg.
You know I'm mobbing with the D.R.E.
Yeah. You know who's back up in this motherfucker.
VJs on Sports Like Conduct doing the West Coast thing this morning. West Coast vibe, man. My man DC asked for some West Coast music. So I'm giving him all he can handle, man. Wrap up with a quick rapid fire, man. There's some quick stories going around Major League sports, college sports today. Game 7 tonight between Tampa Bay and the Pittsburgh Penguins, guys. If you have not seen playoff hockey, do yourself a favor tonight. Either DVR the game. It starts at 5 p.m. West Coast time, 8 p.m. East Coast time. The NBA game tonight is 9 p.m. West Coast time, so there's a time in there for you at least get an hour of that in. Game 7, winner of the game wins the Eastern Conference, heads off to the Stanley Cup to fight for Lord Stanley on the ice. Tampa Bay was in the same predicament last year, going on the road, beating my Rangers in Madison Square Garden 2-0. And I think they might have a good time, a good chance of pulling that off again tonight. OKC also we know about Golden State. I'll take Golden State tonight. Hey, man, like I said, maybe OKC is just a better team, guys. Maybe nobody's choking or maybe nobody's overrated. Maybe OKC is just better. It's possible. My Texas Rangers take on the Pittsburgh Pirates. They start a 3-game set. Inter-squad, interleague set with them. I know a lot of Pittsburgh fans. That's why I'm mentioning that game. I know a lot of Pittsburgh fans. We're going to whoop that ass. Pretty cool story out about Devin Hester speaking out on the possibility of kickoffs being eliminated from football, which I think would be silly. I mean, that's like the XFL. I definitely don't want the NFL to go towards the XFL range where we start doing crazy things. You guys remember the way they decided who got the ball first in the XFL? One, the coin toss. They put the ball on like the 35 and you started from the goal line and 2 guys ran and whoever recovered the football, their team got the ball. But I mean, you're talking shoulders, collarbones, elbows, farms could get broken. That was stupid. Another story too. OTA stories are starting to come out in the NFL. The NFL finds Harbaugh and strips the Ravens of a week of OTAs for violation of some of the review rules and some of the review partial rules that they've gone against. So Baltimore seems to be a team that always likes to push the envelope. I'm never mad at a team. I'm never mad at a team pushing the envelope. I'm never mad at a team trying to get an edge if it's a legal way. Darius Byrd also too was a big pickup from Buffalo last year as a free agent for the Saints. He's out of OTAs because of a knee, expected to be back in training camp. I think a lot of these guys wait late, man, to get surgery done. A lot of these guys don't want to do OTAs, guys. A lot of these veterans, it's like training camp. A lot of these veterans don't want to do training camp, man. They don't want to hit a lot of training camp. It's hot. You're aching, you're sweaty, it's humid in a lot of and the majority part of the country where you're having these training camp practices. That's where you see these fights and these scuffles. I think a lot of guys want to sit out, but Darius Byrd, all pro safety for the Saints, was a big free agent pickup. He will be out until training camp. Cameron Wake from my beloved Dolphins, lightly backed by training camp. First week of OTAs from the head coach there, a little sloppy, and I think that's just getting in their heads. I like Adam Gase, for the Miami Dolphins, young head coach, man. I know a lot of people always say you don't hire the young guy. In sports, we always want to recycle the old coach and the old guy. There's a time that society passes you guys. There's a time that time passes you by, and you must reset. And you must start over. We'll do it in society with cars. We've done it with medicine. We've done it with politicians. We've done it with, think about it. We've come so far that we re-elected and elected a black president to the point now that we got openly racist guy running for president. It's like we reset ourselves all the way back to the 1800s, pretty much. They put us to slavery again if they could. I bet you that shit right now. A lot of college players being suspended. Also, another NBA report, too. Grizzlies are going to hire Fizdale as their head coach. He was one of the main assistant coach. He's been a main assistant coach in the NBA for years. He's been under Cleveland. He's been with the Grizzlies. He's going to get his head coaching debut. Luke Walton finally gets his head coaching debut. Jeff Hornacek ended up getting a new job. Houston's still looking for a guy. I was told last week that D'Antoni was their guy. They haven't made that announcement yet. So, not sure what's going on there. Wade Boggs also wore a Yankees World Series ring at a Red Sox ceremony. Not sure how that went over with a lot of fans. Thought it was a quirky little story. In my head, I'm like, did Wade Boggs really wear a Yankees World Series ring when he was being honored for one of the Red Sox teams in the past? But, yeah. Yeah, he did. My man Gronkowski said he wants to get into wrestling. if there were black athletes, man, that did all the wild, crazy shit that Rob Gronkowski gets away with and gets to do, he would definitely be, you know, he would be just ridiculed beyond belief. If he had a party boat cruise on a yacht cruise ship this year where they were dancing with no shirts on stage and drinking vodka and Patron out the bottle, it would be another, oh, look at these black athletes, look at these black superstars, look how they act, look how they party. But when a white guy does it, it's, oh, he's just being Gronk. He's just having fun. He's just enjoying himself. So I have a big problem with that. Benjamin, big time receiver out of Florida State that played for, had a rookie year with Cam Newton. And the Carolina Panthers rookie year had an ACL tear in training camp last year, missed all of the season. Practices the first time since tearing his ACL. From everything I'm hearing, kid looks great, ready to go. Cam's going to need him this year. And I think guys also like Devin Funchess will step up big. You still have Olsen, which is basically still your number one, even though he's a tight end. But I mean, 6'5", 6'5 and a half is Funchess, Benjamin, and look, I don't understand why I always forget his damn name. Olsen, I'm sorry, Greg Olsen, tight end from Carolina. So Cam's really gonna need him this coming season. So as I'm scrolling through some stories here, don't really see anything worth really mentioning. We won't be on air tomorrow. I have another another cool story I thought was funny out there. An OKC fan has challenged Charles Barkley to a fight at a sports bar. Like, I don't know if it's sanctioned or they're going to put gloves on or something. But you know what? If I were, to be honest with you, if I were Charles Barkley, I'd do it. If it's going to be sanctioned, you guys going to put gloves on, you know, have the proceeds go to a charity. Let Charles get in there with no shirt on. Let his gut, let that belly flow. Let Charles show a little taco meat hair on his chest that he likes to show off and grow. And make it a fun deal, man. But, you know, if it's a stupid fan that thinks he wants to really go out there and knuckle up with Charles Barkley, I mean, I think he's an idiot. Also, at the Cowboys camp, they've said they will not hand the starting running back job to Ezekiel Elliott. He will have to compete for it in training camp, which I always thought honestly was I honestly thought was a good idea. Just do it that way anyway. Also, breaking news coming in: a four-star recruit tight end Kendrick James decommits from Baylor, being that head coach Art Briles has been fired. So now this thing with Baylor is going to set their program back, because you're going to start to have kid after kid after kid definitely start to decommit from that school because they're choosing to go there for Art Briles. And you're going to have a lot of parents saying, I don't want you part of a program where they have a sexual assault issue going on their campus. We're going to commit somewhere else. Mario Williams, said he's ready to cut loose for the Miami Dolphins and get back to the player that we know. I hope that happens with my man Steph Curry tonight. My man DC in the chat room says OKC in 5. They think he closed it out tonight. My man Chris Johnson also just texted me, said OKC closes out tonight, to send a message to the rest of the NBA that they are for real and that Kevin Durant is not going to be fooled and laid down by LeBron James and lay down for LeBron James like he did 6 years ago in the finals. That's the show today, guys. We've had a real great week, guys. I appreciate everybody joining in, man. I appreciate all the calls coming in, all my fans and stuff listening, all the prayers. Shout out to all my cousins back home, back east. Shout out to my cousin Deidre Williams, who we had to just lay to rest. I'm going to shout her out as many mornings as I can remember, man, doing the show. Her obituary program is right here in front of me, and the bookmark that they gave everybody to keep, with a pretty cool quote on the back, what I love. Never meant to cause you any sorrow. Never meant to cause you any pain. I only wanted to see you laughing. I only wanted to see you laughing in the purple rain. We all know where that comes from. VJ's Unsportsmanlike Conduct, man. I'll see y'all Tuesday. I might jump on air this weekend. I might have some time on my hands. If I do, you know, something goes down, something goes crazy in sports, especially if we get forced to Game 7. Game 5 would be tonight, which means Game 6 would be Saturday, I believe. And that would throw off, though. Game 7 is normally on Sunday nights, but I guess that means Game 7 for the Western Conference Finals will be on Monday night. The Cavs should be cleared up by the time we all get back here to VJ's Unsportsmanlike Conduct and be into the NBA Finals. So, with that being said, God bless everybody. You guys be safe. Take care of each other. Hugging somebody today, man, real hard, and tell them you love them, man. And keep positive energy flowing around you. Negative energy, stay away from. Don't let people with negative energy touch you. Don't let them touch you. It transfers, guys. Somebody ever hug you with an attitude and then it kind of gives you like a slash? Like, well, then fine. I mean, if you don't want to, you know what I'm saying? Fuck it. You don't want to hug me, then you ain't want to say hi to me, then why blah, blah. You know what I'm saying? It transfers, guys. So hug somebody with some positivity. Transfer some positive energy today. VJs on Sportsmanlike Conduct. Spreaker.com, man. God bless. Do with it what you will. I'll see y'all next week.
Down in the lag, with Doc in the back, sipping on yak. Yeah. Clip in the strap, dipping through hood. Compton, Long Beach, Inglewood. South Central out to the west side. This California love, this California bug. Got a nigga gang of pub. I'm on one, I might bell up in the Century Club with my jeans on and my team strong. Get my drink on and my smoke on. Then go home with something to poke on. Locust song for the 200. Coming real, it's the next episode.
Hold up. Hey, for my niggas who be thinking we soft, we don't play. We gon' rock it till the wheels fall off. Hold up. Hey, for my niggas who be acting too bold, take a seat. Hope you're ready for the next episode. Hey, smoke weed every day.